Alright, George, I've made it through the shed. I've taken this as a video record of what's here in addition to the photographs. Got this big chair, got a little wet because of the rain. Two of these small, look like mid-Atlantic, maybe stands. One big workstation desk behind it in pretty good shape. The screws are probably a little rusty. You got two of these. Maybe one's a 16, one's a 24 space rack. Got two of those metal ones there. Got another one equal size here. Coming down the bend there. This box up top is empty. We got a DA78 higher resolution DTRS recorder. Whoop whoop. I think that's the best DAT machine that Tascam made, if I recall correctly. You got one of these DV40s. There's another one of these on the shelf in the other room. You got a bunch of these Mackie Ultra 34 automation interfaces. There's a controller for these in there in a second. You got a JV8080 and a DA38, and that is all in one of these crazy painted racks, which are fun. I got the plans to Angel Mountain here. I'll bring those inside for you in a second. Got this big MC211 position counter. That's kind of badass. That's probably worth some good money. It's got a serial port on the back and a regular IEC power connection. That's the MC211 stuff. I found some old pictures and cameras that I'll bring into you in a second. Got a bunch of boxes of just stuff. I'm going to bring this inside for you. There's the Genelec tuning kit, just in case that's of interest to you with your new monitors. You got a lot of boxes like this, which are just junk, frankly. I mean, this is all just, you know, somebody who wants to recycle the copper out of some of these cables, or there's just so much of this kind of stuff. This is like the studio worst nightmare pile, you know. There's another fresh Mackie Ultra 34 in that box down there. So I think you have a total of 3 of those Ultra 34 automation interfaces, I think. You got a Cinema HD display in the box. That just looks like a VCR. I took pictures of those two Macs. That's my bag and camera there. Those are two of those Mac Minis. Took good pictures of this thing. There's the remote control for the DA38. There's the other DV40. You got a JV880 again, EMP700. Marantz CD player, a Pioneer Elite DVD player. It's probably a decent unit. And two 1080s and a guitar to MIDI converter, the GM70, which is kind of cool. You got two of these Asus monitors. Those are 24-inch. That's VN247 LCD. You got a TT1100 USB turntable by Newmark, which is pretty cool. You've got like a mic stand and a random folding keyboard stand back there. Pro Tools 7, no cards in this box. There's a ton of cards in one of the boxes in the back. You got what looks to be a 3-space rack bag, probably. Again, another just nightmare box of random telco cables sitting on top of yet another box of random telco cables. There's SCSI in here. It's all just junk. There's like some old hard drives, a bunch of mice, a mini keyboard, batteries for a UPS system are in here. Those are probably long dead. And you got a DA38. Is that 38? That's the DA88 at the bottom of that rack. That's in one of those taller pink painted racks, which are fun. You got about 5 of these big monitor stands. One of them is in pieces, but I think you have a total of 5. You got a bunch of 703. Those look like the panels that you and I made together years ago, so there's some good 703 panels back there. This is where it's going to get a little sketchy because it's dark, but you got an empty, I don't know what that was a box for, but it's a cool, almost ATA style road case there. You got a big empty rack drawer. You got some microphone boxes. I'm going to go through those separately. I haven't opened those up yet. Another nightmare box of cables sitting on top of a big rack. You've got a Quested S7 with a dented tweeter, but the woofer looks good. And those are those ADS loudspeakers that you were stoked about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. There's 2 of these. Both of them have their grill cloths. This one looks like it might have been modded. Not sure what's up with that. I took good pictures of those 2 for you. This is where it's going to get hard to see stuff. Here's the meter bridge for the 24-channel Mackie expander console that it's sitting on top of. And there's a nice new Gibson gig bag in there. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see any of this. Lots of good pictures of this stuff back here. You got a great ISO box here for like a computer with the fans and the cooling system. There's probably a thermometer in there. You've got some of your old Digi stuff in here, including PCI cards of all manners. I took a bunch of photos out of there too for you. Random cables, that really nice rack. You're not going to be able to see this, Dan. That really nice custom rack you were talking about. I took good pictures of that. You got what looks to be like some VS2108 amps, Quested amps in blue. There's another one. I think you have a total of 3 of those. I tried to put some of the boxes here on shelves just so somebody had a little more walking room back here next time somebody came back here. The rest of this is really just boxes of cables upon boxes of cables. There might be another Mackie. There's a good Schwinn bike right here. Let's take a picture of that. That might be the coolest thing in here. Let's see. Yeah, more like random Argosy console parts. I'll check that Tascam box now. And that's about it. You got a VCR, etc. There's a ton of 1/4-inch patch bays in that rack there. Motu 24, Motu MTPAV, and an Echo Layla system. At least the rack mount part of the Echo Layla system is in that rack. You're not going to be able to see it. There's an old rack mount PC and a UPS above it. It's Windows 98 2nd edition, so that's old. Yeah, let me take some pictures of that other stuff in the back, and we'll call it a day.